Intensity, probably just making sure that we stay sharp and, there's not that many shifts when you kind of narrow it down to your own game till the end of the season to start a playoff. So make sure you're sharp. Every little detail matter.
David, comment tu gères les 2 derniers matchs?
We're going back and forth. All right. Can we do English first and then I can switch my brain after over to French?
How positive was it seeing Brady back on the ice and just knowing that he could be close?
It's awesome. Yeah, I thought he was skating hard yesterday, making sure he's ready himself, and we'll see what happens. But I think he's looking good. He's a very important player to our group, and just like us, every little detail he's trying to get ready, and you saw that he was pushing yesterday.
Are you surprised that you guys haven't seen him since March 30th?
I don't know if surprise is the word. It's kind of funny when someone's has got something going on in the room. Like I tell my buddies or anyone that wants to hear that we're not constantly just going over and, hey, what's going on? What's your timeline? Honestly, I don't know if I've asked them once since the whole time. So you just respect kind of what they're going through, and you're there for them at any point really. But that's about it. So I don't know. I don't really have anything to say on that.
You've seen Brady essentially grow up from earlier days in the career when you both with his dad. How do you feel about the prospect of getting to play with Brady in a playoff series, knowing what you've seen him grow through as a kid?
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. When Matthew came in the league, I always, his antics and the way he played, and everyone was obviously, I don't know if surprised is the word, but I always used to say, wait till the next one comes up, and it was Brady. So let's see what happens.
You just felt like he was more physical when you grew up with the boys?
Yeah, it's just like a little bigger, a little like, Matthew's a very impressive player himself, obviously, and but like a little bit different style in a way, and I think Brady's, is the way how aggressive he can be on the forecheck and all that. They're both extremely good around the net, making little plays, but I don't know, I just felt like sometimes I'd see them play in the basement, and that's just a feel I had.
Are you sensing there's like 7 years of pent-up energy for Brady waiting to play in the
Yeah, you know what? Like even earlier in the year, there was some talk. It seemed at one point about his emotions and all that, how to control him. I thought I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I think he's done an extremely good job this year to do that, and he's going to have to do much of the same in the playoffs. There's going to be ups and downs, different ways they can go, and but also kind of let him live his own experience and write his own story, and that goes for any other guy that hasn't played in the playoffs yet.
It's kind of your approach, I guess, for your role over the next week in a dressing room full of players that haven't experienced the playoffs before.
Yeah, again, obviously, like you relate some of the message that you heard as a young guy or that some of the experience you went through. But I think the big point, too, is to let them live their own stuff and obviously manage them through that and manage the roller coaster that's going to happen before and after games. So, yeah, it's exciting. Ouais. Ben, je pense que c'est important d'avoir notre niveau d'intensité au maximum quand même, puis d'être sûr que tous les détails de notre structure, nos détails d'équipe, qu'ils doivent être là à toutes les présences, à tous les soirs, on veut qu'ils soient là. C'est facile des fois de jouer contre une équipe qui ne sera pas dans les séries puis de ne pas être à notre maximum de ce côté-là, de se faire prendre par surprise de différentes façons. Donc, j'ai hâte de voir comment notre équipe va réagir, mais c'est un point qu'on a emphasé ce matin.
Ton message pour les jeunes qui n'ont jamais participé aux éliminatoires dans le vestiaire?
Bien, de vivre leur propre expérience eux autres mêmes, d'écrire leur propre histoire. Puis évidemment, je suis là, puis d'autres joueurs, on est là pour les aider là-dedans, de différentes façons. C'est une montagne russe, toutes les émotions que tu vis en série. Tu gagnes un match, tu perds un match, de différentes façons, tu peux réagir. Mais en même temps, je pense que tous les gars qui sont rendus au niveau de la Ligue nationale, ils ont vécu des gros matchs à différents moments durant leur vie, leur carrière. Donc, je vais laisser tous les gars comme passer leur propre expérience, puis je suis excité de les voir aller.
C'est tout ça, justement, que, considérant que tout le monde est passé par des gros événements dans leur cheminement ici, c'est-tu vraiment la portion émotive qui est à développer et qui est totalement différente?
Oui, je pense que tu as développé et à contrôler. Tu sais, tu essaies de réaliser que l'intensité va être augmentée de 2-3 fois. Puis en même temps, au travers de toute la même affaire, bien, c'est du hockey. Donc, il faut que tu sois capable de faire des petits jeux. Tu peux pas juste garrocher la rondelle partout parce qu'il y a plus d'intensité ou parce que le jeu est plus physique. Il faut que tu essaies de faire confiance à la structure de l'équipe en premier, puis à partir de là, d'un peu prendre ton rythme et faire les jeux nécessaires pour avoir du succès.
Je comprends que vous travaillez aussi sur la portion système et tout ça, mais y a-t-il une portion individuelle avec tous les changements à l'alignement, avec les 2 matchs qui restent? Vous êtes assuré de aller en série? Est-ce que vous développez peut-être la portion individuelle aussi?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire par individuel?
Les talents individuels, des choses peut-être qui sont améliorées pour vous autres.
Ben, non, je crois pas nécessairement. Je pense que on est au match 81, là, donc côté individuel, oui, je veux dire, tout le monde individuellement, tu essaies d'avoir le meilleur de toi-même, d'avoir ton intensité au maximum. Mais je crois que les détails d'équipe, tout ça, c'est ce qui prime le plus à ce temps-ci de l'année. Puis je l'ai mentionné, je vais continuer de le dire, qui marque des buts à ce temps-ci de l'année ou qui ne marque pas. Évidemment, tu veux que tes meilleurs joueurs soient le meilleur, etc. Mais souvent, c'est pas de même que ça fonctionne en série. Tu joues contre tes meilleurs joueurs l'autre base, si tu es un premier trio, ça risque d'être difficile. Donc, c'est d'autres joueurs, des fois, il faut qu'ils augmentent leur jeu d'un cran aussi.
J'ai parlé avec Brady la semaine dernière, j'avais l'air à apprécier un gars qui était en mission. C'est ça, tout ça en interne, un gars qui est prêt à manger les bandes et qui est prêt pour les séries.
Ben, encore une fois, tu sais, je l'ai dit en anglais, quand il y a un joueur qui est blessé, on ne fait pas juste aller vers lui et demander qu'est-ce qui se passe dans lui. C'est sûr qu'il est extrêmement excité à l'effet de jouer ses premières séries éliminatoires. Puis j'ai toute confiance en lui là, que son intensité elle va être assez exceptionnelle. Je pense qu'il a fait un très bon travail toute la saison de manager ses émotions, de rester en contrôle de lui-même. Puis honnêtement, ça va être une game encore plus pour tous les joueurs à faire, incluant moi. C'est encore à renouveler tout le temps, incluant Brady, qu'on va devoir faire la même chose.
Tu regardes les équipes qui ont du succès, qui ont gagné la Coupe Stanley, il y a tout le temps eu un elite check-in line, un troisième trio. À quel point c'est un luxe d'avoir un trio comme celui de Pinto, non seulement qui est bon défensivement contre les meilleurs éléments adverses, mais qui est capable de marquer également. Non,
effectivement, c'est très important. Tu as besoin d'avoir plusieurs trios qui sont efficaces, puis eux, ils font effectivement un très bon travail de ce côté-là. Le luxe, en plus, quand tu joues sur des trios de même, le luxe que tu as, c'est que tu sais que l'autre bord vont jouer leur premier trio assez souvent. Tu sais quand tu embarques sur la patinoire, tu prends un rythme là-dedans, tu te sens bien. Donc, en même temps, je ne suis pas surpris qu'ils fassent un excellent travail, puis on espère pour nous qu'ils vont continuer de même.
Pour toi, à quel point tu es heureux que Tim Stützle ait débloqué son record de tir dans un match chez 9. Là, tout le monde dit qu'il faut que Stützle tire plus. Donc là, j'imagine qu'à soir, il va en avoir 10. Mais trêve de présidentielle, à quel point tu es content que Stützle ait débloqué là,
Je vois pas ça de la même façon que vous autres, honnêtement. Qu'il ait scoré, je savais même pas qu'il n'avait pas scoré depuis je sais pas combien de matchs qu'il y avait, là, un but en temps de match. J'avais aucune idée. Je suis certain que lui, il savait, quand tu es un scoreur, tu veux marquer, tu veux faire partie du succès de l'équipe. Mais je crois sincèrement que dans ce temps-ci de l'année, c'est tout à propos de l'équipe. Puis oui, on veut qu'il y ait du succès offensivement, mais c'est à propos de l'équipe à 100%.
Yeah, you just want to have positive momentum going into the playoffs, and you still got to bring that same intensity every night, and we obviously want to end on a good note heading into the playoffs.
What are your emotions like knowing you're going to be playing in the playoffs for the first time?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's what you dream of as a kid, playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs for a chance to win the cup. So, it's really exciting. It's obviously been a tough road to get here a little bit. It took some time, but I'm really excited, and I'm really happy to do it with this group.
How does that adversity impact this journey?
Yeah, they went through similar things here, not making it for a long time too. So, I think it's just really excited to be here and bring all that emotion, all the hard work that it took to get here, and implement that into the game.
Who do you go to for playoff advice, if any teammates, or who do you go to ask about the playoffs and how it is to play in the playoffs?
Yeah, obviously the guys here like Giroux, Perron, those guys are obviously the main ones that have been in the playoffs a lot, and those guys are big veterans for our group that are going to help us a lot, and I've already seen how strong a voice those two have, in my short time here, so they're going to be big for us.
Back home, they're selling out of your jersey. How often has that happened? And is it the Ottawa Senators jersey they're selling out of, or your old Buffalo ones?
I don't know. I think, when I first got drafted, everyone there became Buffalo fans, a lot of people there at least. And I think that's sort of switched now to Senators fans. So, they're going to need to stock up on the Senators gear up there.
Were you aware of this?
I saw an article about them trying to sell the old Buffalo jerseys. Because no one really wants to buy Buffalo jerseys up there anymore that I'm not there. So yeah.
How many texts are you getting from friends back home just saying that they've converted to being Senators fans now? Is Whitehorse Senators land now?
Yeah, a couple for sure. Yeah, I would say so. I think I got a lot of support back there. A lot of people that have helped me get to where I am now. So you know, I just want to make the Yukon proud.
Can you give us an idea too of just like I've never been to Whitehorse. What are the stores like? Are there lots of places selling NHL jerseys?
Not lots, no. I can only think of one, to be honest. But yeah, I hope they've ordered a lot of Senators gear.
Still, like, catch yourself the fact that you're, representing an entire region up there and what that means to you.
Yeah, you know, it means a lot. You know, I'm so proud to be from Whitehorse and represent the city and represent the Yukon. And you know, there's just so many people there have helped me get to this point. You know, that have had a belief in me from the start that I could make it here, and you know, have helped me get to this point. So, you know, like I said earlier, I just want to go out and represent the Yukon well, and you know, make everyone back home proud.
Fabian, just facing the Blackhawks tonight, just what's the mentality of the group going into the second last game of the year here?
I mean, it's a playoff game, you know. We want to play our best and yeah, down the stretch here, and yeah, just prepare and be ready.
And like you said, kind of playoff mentality. Just what's key for the group in, you know, putting up that playoff mentality going into these games?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna be dialed in. You know, it's gonna be a great game tonight, and I mean, yeah, we're prepared, and yeah, like I said, the playoff mentality tonight.
You personally as well, you've picked up a goal last game, kind of finding your game. Just what have you seen from your game over the last few?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good about my game. You know, can even be better, I think, in certain areas. But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel good about myself, and yeah, I'm gonna show it tonight again.
Your ex-teammate, Logan Couture, will announce his retirement today. What memory did you keep from Logan as a teammate?
Great captain. He was around. I know he battled a lot for it, but yeah, it's just a great leader to have in the locker room. You know, easy to talk with. He enjoyed to be at the rink. You know, he wanted to take care of everyone around him, and yeah, it's just a great teammate.
What's one of your favorite memories or moments with him?
Good question. Probably when I mean, just when he was around. You know, we were talking a lot. You know, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't really have a certain memory with him, but just be around him every day.
What do you think of? Obviously, you know a lot about Tim Stützle's offensive game playing with him. What are your impressions of how he plays the defensive side of the game?
I mean, he's smart, you know. He reads the play out there. He's moving his feet a lot too. So I would say that's the biggest part, you know. Like an offensive player like him, he knows what the other guys do in the offensive zone too. So I mean, it looks like easy, you know. Sometimes when he reads the play and just take the puck and go in the other zone. So yeah, he's doing great.
What's it been like getting to know him as a person?
It's been great. I mean, he's a really kind guy, you know. Like, we're having a lot of fun together, and like to spend time together too. So yeah, we enjoy it.
You guys play FIFA together, right? Like, who's the better FIFA player between you two?
That's me for sure.
When Brady was back at practice yesterday, he was playing on your line with Tim. What was it like? What was his energy like? What was it like to just get some reps with him?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, he's rest up, you know. He's a great hockey player, and yeah, to have him back in the line is great.
Coach, is it safe to assume you'll do some asset or load management tonight?
G won't play, Gents won't play, Sandy won't play, Hodgson won't play. 4-0 playing net.
Hodgson hurt? Did he get hurt the other night?
Yeah, I tweaked lower body.
How's Brady feeling 24 hours after the last update?
Feeling great, yeah.
Fabian Zetterlund has been playing well recently. Where do you see his game right now compared to maybe when he first came to the Ottawa Senators?
More comfortable. Just in his surroundings, just being on a new team. First time he's been traded, younger player. And I think learning system-wise, different little details that from team to team will be a little different, what you stress, what you don't. And he's playing in the situations that he hasn't played in before as far as this time of year.
Your staff starting to dedicate a little bit of time now looking at Toronto, maybe Tampa, just knowing what's coming less than a week from now?
Yep, a little bit, getting ready, putting a plan together.
Yesterday, the players were talking about how it's still important to win these last 2 games, but it's about fine details now. What details are you looking to tune up tonight?
I mean, there's lots of details that are in a hockey game. There's too many to list, but I think it's just a matter of us being focused on playing our type of hockey in our game and doing it for 60 minutes. We've talked about being an aggressive team from day one. I think if most teams want to be aggressive, and in order for that to happen, you have to skate. Not being loose with the puck, our checking details, and obviously your intensity level.